Hey, good morning. Welcome to Hobby Evolution, episode 1512. It is 4th of July, and look at me up and live at 8 a.m. How about that? We're getting some nice rain this morning. We need the rain. I feel like I've said that a lot, but it like comes in waves. We got plenty of rain last week. We needed the rain, and we got plenty of it last week. We got a lot of rain. And then we didn't get any rain for several days. And now it's raining. So this is a nice rain. Um I'm watching my vegetable garden right now. I'm watching a rabbit inside the rabbit fenced lettuce and what was formerly my sweet peas garden. I think I'm gonna have to up my game to keep the rabbits out next year because the rabbit fence did not keep the rabbits out. It kept them out for a little while, kept them out for a week or two, and then they were able to gnaw through and just find a little opening. It's just a little. It's almost like a plastic netting, um, but apparently easy for rabbits to chew through. And so I double enforced it last night in spots that they had chewed open. They got right in. I think they only have to like chew two little two little notches, and then they can, rabbits, they're little skinny things. So yeah, so I get, if I want to grow lettuce, um maybe I'll just grow lettuce to feed the rabbits to keep them out of my dill, because they will eat dill. They've been staying away from my dill, but they've got a nice diet of lettuce. Now this year, as opposed to last year, I did not get any lettuce for myself. This year I have, I'd take a couple leaves just right out of the garden and eat it. I did make a salad. I think I made one or two salads with my own lettuce. Last year I got peas, but I didn't get peas this year. The rabbits like completely ate the entire. The only thing else, the rabbit's still in there. That little mother effer. Like, how much lettuce are you gonna eat? Jesus. The other plants I have in that particular garden, which they'll stay away from, are peppers. There's sweet peppers and jalapenos, and I'm sure they'll stay away from the jalapenos. I was hoping having the jalapenos next to the lettuce would kind of keep them away, but no. Oh, he exited. Eat the grass. Eat the grass. Eat the weeds that I pulled and threw in the grass. I failed at my weeding. Remember when I was going to weed on Thursdays? That way it gets mowed over on Friday. I weeded on, well, I did weed on Thursday, but they mowed on Thursday because Friday is today and it's a holiday. So I guess I did weed on Thursday, but it's going to be a whole week before they mow over said weeds. So yeah. What else? Happy 4th of July. Um, I'm obviously going to be working today. I did take kind of a break yesterday. I got my shipping caught up to my uh, shipping specifications. Am I caught up? No, over 200 orders to ship, but those orders aren't due until Monday, so I can actually use the next 3 days to catch up. And I feel like I'm not behind. Like the last few days, I've been behind. So now it's just keeping up. So I'm gonna do some shipping. I probably won't go on eBay Live today or tonight because I want to, like, I need to be prepared. Like, I'm not prepared. Like, it would be a shit show. Because I don't have, like, I'd be looking for stuff. I would spend more time looking for cards to list because they're scattered everywhere. I've got an absolute shit show in this room. Like, you can see it more than ever. So, and you can't even, the worst of it's like right below, or on my desk and right below me. So, and the cleaners come on Monday. So, unless I just say, leave the office alone, but it would be nice to have it cleaned up. So that's on the agenda. In fact, I'll probably do that that'll probably be my main objective today, is getting this room cleaned up, and then I'll get the room cleaned up, and then I can start getting some organization, which I did do a little bit yesterday. I did take it easy. I wasn't just because I've been going full bore this week. I wanted to hit some numbers that I ended up hitting that I never thought would be possible with my business and in running what I do. But I hit it, and I want to keep hitting bigger numbers. So I took yesterday to kind of go, want to make sure I get all the shipping out on time. But at the same time, take a little bit of time. So after I dropped Ernie off, beautiful. Yesterday was a beautiful day. 93 degrees was the high. So in the morning, it was still, actually, when I went out in the afternoon, I sat down a little bit and was sweating. It was nice. But I came out, sat by the pond, and it was just, I feel like I was able to just relax, which I don't get to do that a lot. Where I sat right at the pond's edge, the water's edge. What a great song. I'm here at the water's edge. So I was sitting at the water's edge. Don't go down to the water. I saw who did it. Wait. I can't remember. Anyway, so I was down there, and it was just nice to I had my coffee and just sat down right on the ground. You could hear frogs jumping in the water, birds chirping. There's a water display at the end of the pond, so you can hear the water splashing against the pond. The hum of a lawnmower in the distance. It was very relaxing. And I thought, as I sat there and just observed and listened to nature, I realized why it's so calming and why there's like CDs of nature sounds to help you sleep. It used to be on CD. Like, I remember my mom had like those sounds because she had trouble sleeping. And it's like, yeah, now I understand. It's so peaceful. So I was able to do that. Now, fast forward 12 hours, it was not so peaceful with the fireworks going off. Although I will say, I want to get this off my chest since it is 4th of July. The constant social media complaints about fireworks are more annoying than the fireworks themselves. Like, I get it. Fireworks, especially here in a quiet neighborhood, it's 9:30, the constant boom. It's annoying. Save it for the country. It's not far away. But what is going to Twitter and complaining? Think about the dogs. Think about the PTSD. Think about this. Think about that. If we had to think about all of those things for everything in life, we would be constantly stressed out. And it's just like, I know social media is an outlet. It's therapy for some, but it's more annoying. And I know what I can do. I can just ignore it and I can block it out. But when it's there, it's over and over and over and over. Like, I get it. It's annoying. Yeah. Like, I'm annoyed. I'm on my couch trying to watch TV and the booms are annoying, but I'm not going to go to social media, type it out, be a keyboard warrior. So I hear these fireworks. They sound like they're coming from like next door. And I know it's not my next door. I know it's not either of my next door neighbors. They're not blowing up fireworks at 9:30 on a Thursday. So I came downstairs and I went outside to see if I could. Now I'm kind of obstructed because we've got trees like in our backyard. But then once you get to there's like so in my backyard, there's how many trees? There's a couple trees over on the east border, and there's a whole bunch on the west border. So like looking out to the west, I'm kind of obstructed, but I've got a straight view south. The pond's to the south. So you walk out and then there's kind of a rolling hill that goes down into the pond. and then I can get a better. So I walk outside, and obviously I can't see much because of the trees. So I go down to where the weeds meet the grass, and I see, and it's not bottle rockets. They're like actual fireworks that you would see at a fireworks show. Like, and it looks like it's a block away. It was actually pretty cool. Like, I was less annoyed. It's like, oh, yay. Ooh. Why do people do that too? That's annoying too. Here I am doing it. I know it's annoying. So again, I went down to the water's edge. Don't go down to the water's edge. And watched a little fireworks. I even did because so people post like firework videos like we've never seen them before. But I took video of the fireworks. Just only send to my mom. So I'm like, hey, I got a fireworks show. So my mom, big fireworks fan, my mom. So I've seen them once. They do nothing for me. If they're in the backyard, it's like, oh, this is kind of nice because you don't see fireworks, especially from your backyard. Oh, hey, cool, fireworks. So yeah. So I find fireworks equally annoying as people complaining about them on Twitter, Facebook, and the Nextdoor app, which I was surprised. I went to Nextdoor because I'm like, oh man, I bet there's this. I actually sought out the post because I just wanted to see how many people were bitching. I didn't see any complaints, which is shocking to me. I also didn't see any dog poop posts either. I don't know. Maybe they're getting moderated. I don't know. Like Nextdoor, the execs at Nextdoor, they're like, okay, there's too many dog poop posts. We need to weed those out. We need to weed out the fireworks posts too. So that's what I did yesterday. And just kind of chilled, watered my garden, tried to prevent rabbits from getting in. Didn't work. Waste of time. And so today it's I've got my title today. Let's sell some cards. I've got one potential deal. You never know. Guy's driving down from an hour and a half away, so he's actually probably just hitting a road now. So I would assume if he's driving an hour and a half away, that he's going to buy something. And he's not going to come down and buy like one box for $25. I hope not. Hopefully he buys a significant amount. We'll see. But yeah, I'm meeting him at like 9:30 at the storage unit. They'll come back home, and if he doesn't murder me, I'll come back home and get this room cleaned up and probably do some shipping, and then get some organization done so I can run a eBay Live, which probably won't be tonight, but tomorrow. Tomorrow's Saturday, so I may do like a daytime stream. We'll see. I don't know yet. Sunday, I will be on Sunday night for sure. I got to get that stream set up. Sunday night, 7 p.m. Central for Sunday night singles. And I think I'm going to go down to Rockford on Sunday. I still have a lot of inventory from my pickups this week, the 80s stuff. I do have some mail days. If they come tomorrow, which I think they will, because when I looked at tracking, I won some auctions on eBay. I won some eBay auctions. I won a Tom Brady rookie slab. What else did I win? I haven't put any more orders in. Let's see. Where's my order page? Purchases. So I picked up a 2000 press pass Tom Brady blue foil rookie. I paid $51. I paid after shipping and taxes $59. So let's see, Sunday night we'll run that because I think tracking says it's gonna deliver tomorrow. Then I got a 2024 Donruss, the rookies Brock Bowers PSA 9. think I paid, what was the order on that? $22 on that one. And then a 2024 Donruss rated rookie PSA 9 JJ McCarthy, also $22. So I think the margins on the Bowers and McCarthy will be small. I think they'll go for if I run them, if they come Saturday, which they're not going to come by Sunday. So maybe I'll save them till next Sunday. And football starting to really pick up here as training camp is just a couple weeks away. The Brady, if it comes tomorrow, I'll run on Sunday night. I think I'll do well on the Brady. The Bowers and McCarthy might be pretty small margins on those. So we'll see. But small margins, still a profit, hopefully. So we'll see. So yeah, I plan on going down to Rockford. Going to be a whole bunch of new vendors. I texted Mike from one of the promoters and asked him who all was going to be there. And he said a lot of first-time dealers, which love it. Hopefully they have some good bargain boxes, some good stuff. So I'll head down to Rockford on Sunday. Where are we at? Todd's in the house. Good morning. Happy 4th. Merle is here. Happy 4th. Philly Joe's here. Good morning. Happy Independence Day. Gem City says, good morning. Let Big Earn get the wabbits. He does. He tries to keep them out. The rabbits don't give up. The rabbits give no fuck. They're like, that dog's behind a glass door. He can't get us. But he would like to go after them. Merle says, got surprised by a small shower when I took Josie out the first time this morning. Yeah, we got a little wet this morning. Ernie did not go number 2. He got his pee in, but no dumps this morning. Now your rabbit fence is keeping the rabbits in. Yeah, it's like, oh, let's feast on a rabbit. Search and rescue. Good morning. Come on now. They were just enjoying the fine dining on this 4th of July. I know, right? Freedom for the rabbits. Kyle, what's going on? Good morning. Vintage Sports Cardboard, welcome in. I love that logo. That is sweet. Happy 4th from Canada. Worn Corners, Gum Stains, and Pure Nostalgia on YouTube. I love it. George in the house. Good evening to you. I hope to sell some cards. Got 5 that I'm taking to the card show in Seoul for my friend's table. 59 Gibson, 62 Brock, 51 Musial, 2021 Yachty Clear of 10, and 2001 Woods. Selling to fund photography. George and Dan, both in Korea, dumping cards to fund other hobbies. Well, I think Dan's investing his. George is investing in photography. And good evening to you. Jody, good morning. Merle says, how do you celebrate Independence Day in Korea? I'm sure there is an Independence Day in Korea. Happy 4th, Mark. That dude from Duryea in the house. What's up? Happy 4th. Beers before noon is the debate right now. LOL. I had a couple beers yesterday, so I am gonna be alcohol free today on the 4th, which doesn't seem American, does it? Plans could change. We'll see. But right now, no plans for beers on the 4th. I had beers on the 3rd. I only had a couple though. Todd says you could try putting out some of Ernie's fur to deter the rabbits. Would that work? That's what I was thinking when I bought the rabbit fence. I was thinking, I was looking like there's got to be like powder, some type of rabbit deterrent like they don't like. I know they don't like marigolds, but that didn't stop them from eating up my garden last year. So marigolds did not work. So I don't know. Maybe there's like, because there's like snake be gone. We don't have snakes. I've lived in Wisconsin. I've lived in Madison for 12 years now. No, 11 years. 11 years and a month. I have seen a grand total of one snake. I've seen one snake, and I have a pond behind me. I've never seen a snake in this yard. Knock on wood, because I don't want to see any snakes. If they're there, I don't want to know they're there. The very first house my wife and I lived, And it was kind of close to the University Ridge Golf Course, but we were like a couple blocks away from the tree line to block the neighborhood from the golf course. And we had a couple like big like ornamental rocks, I guess is what you would call it, like the big boulders, not huge, but like kind of ornamental. So I think I was weeding and there was like a big rock up against our house, and I picked it up and there was just this little, like, it almost looked like a worm. It was a snake, but it was like, maybe it was a baby snake. I don't know, but it was very small. That's the only snake I've seen in Wisconsin. I'd like to keep it that way. I'd like to know they're here doing nature's snake thing, but I just don't want to see them. And frankly, I don't even want to know. Like, I want to pretend that there's not a single snake in my backyard. I'm sure there probably are, but I've never seen them. Which, growing up, like where my mom lives, like, although there hasn't been any snakes but I think the difference was when I was growing up, we had a lot of weeds. The weed line was a lot thicker than what it later became, and I think my dad like maybe got tired of snakes. I don't know, but there's less habitat now, I think, in the backyard. So, but like seeing snakes like garter snakes, correct? It's not gardener snakes, garter snakes. They were just garter snakes. Every once in a while, like I think we had bull snakes, but like those were pretty hard. Those were usually out in nature, not in town. But it was a regular occurrence, especially when you got close to so we had railroad tracks in the backyard. And then there was the weed line along the tracks. And that's like when you got further back, like they wouldn't really come up near the house. They would stay back in the weeds where snakes always hide. Gem City says, I hear Wander Franco cards scare bunnies away. Well, I've got plenty of those. Merle says, you can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning. There you go. I'm going to drink water all day with my coffee coming up soon. Search and Rescue says, sounds like you need to teach Ernie how to help you package your cards. I do. I said this I told Cody 608, who was in here, and I told him a while back, I'm like, I just need to get organized. Never ends. Because I would not be ready to hire somebody right like now. I would need a few days to get prepared. Max says you should try and sell timeshares. There you go. Mark says, sounds like me now, watching the ocean with coffee and listening to Hobby Evolution. Definitely not native. There you go. I love it. Except my annoying voice is not going to be soothing. Travis says, good morning. A little 7 Mary 3 this morning. There you go. I kept thinking Foo Fighters, and I know it's not Foo Fighters, but that was the only band that was coming to mind. 7 Mary 3, thank you. Go down to the water's edge. I saw who did it. I can't. What's the end lyric? Definitely not more annoying, but I get where you were coming from. I'd say equally annoying. Dale, happy birthday, America. Good morning. Max says, worst holiday we have outside the made-up ones the last couple years. All right, if I'm going to rank holidays, let's just start out with, I don't want to actually, I probably shouldn't do this because it's going to offend people. Because I don't observe holidays based on how they should be observed. Christmas, presents. Memorial Day, cookouts. Labor Day, just another day. 4th of July today, just another day. Christmas, my favorite holiday. And then it's like I like Memorial Day because it's like the beginning of summer. So it's more of a timing thing. Thanksgiving. Actually, you know what? I'm going to rank Thanksgiving Christmas is number 1. Although, gosh, I think I actually prefer Thanksgiving. I think Thanksgiving is more Christmassy than Christmas. Because Christmas, it's over. You have a season like that starts, Hallmark starts it in October. I started on November 1st watching Hallmark Christmas movies. So like November, it's very Christmas. The closer we get to Christmas, the less Christmassy it is. And now it's just like, all right, let's just get it over with and move on. So Thanksgiving is pretty Christmassy. And there's great college basketball on the week of Thanksgiving. I'm going to rank Thanksgiving number 1. In the food, Christmas can't touch the Thanksgiving food. Now, you could just make a Thanksgiving meal at Christmas. I understand that. But that's not like traditionally it's just not what it is. So I'm going to rank Thanksgiving number 1. Now, but I love the Christmas season. The reason I rank Thanksgiving number 1 is because it's like right smack dab Christmas season. It's like the start. It's like the Memorial Day to summer. Thanksgiving really starts the Christmas season. So I'm going to rank Thanksgiving number 1 for that reason. Christmas number 2, even though it's like it's over. It's like I'm Christmased out by Christmas Day. Then Memorial Day, because it's like the beginning of summer. It's the Thanksgiving starting of Christmas to summer. And then the rest are just kind of a toss-up. 4th of July just kind of, especially this week, just fucks my week up. And I understand, hey, this is perfect. If you work an office job, this is perfect because you get a 3-day weekend. If it's on a Wednesday, it really sucks. If you work for a company that you get the holiday off, then it's like you go to work for 2 days, you get a day off, you have to go back for 2 days. That just sucks. Although, like the company I worked for previously, the most recent company I worked for, we could float it. So we could work because transportation doesn't sleep. There is no holidays in transportation. So we could float it. And so we could choose, like, do you want to take it off? And it's like, it's on a Wednesday. No, I'm going to come into the office because it's going to be a clean your desk day anyway. And I'll use it for a Friday when I can go to a Cubs game. All right. So let's move on. Mike says, hey, it is low rollers. It is waiting the bus stop. Go to my next Skill Games location. Have fun. No holidays for Mike Smith, the low roller scratcher. Skill Games, take no breaks. Take no holidays. Mr. Archer, good morning. TD Sports Cards in the house. Good morning. George says, first world problems. In the third world, they are just wishing they could buy a firework and a phone to post about it. I know. Look at how spoiled we are. The starving children in Ethiopia only wished they could complain about the fireworks. Max says, so you were seeking out posts you don't want to see. Are you the problem? I was in that particular instance. Twitter, I didn't want to see it. Nextdoor, I sought out Nextdoor. I'm like, oh, I want to see all these posts on Nextdoor. But on Twitter, I don't want to see it. I want to see baseball cards and sports posts. Not complaining about fireworks. Actually, lately, I don't want to see I don't want to see card posts. Actually, lately, I don't want to go on Twitter. Like, there's so much fucking drama on Twitter. If it's not petty fights on Twitter, it's political. It's like a bunch of garbage. Social media, it's the Coke bottle from The Gods Must Be Crazy. Good morning, Christian. Orlando's in the house. Good morning. Was just out for a walk and started raining here. Well, that's a bummer. Herman, good morning. Mike says, I'm funding my Skill Games profit for sports card, crypto, and food. Hopefully not in that order. Hopefully not in that order. Happy Independence Day. Pitt fired up for chicken halves. Nice. Have fun. I don't know if I'm going to do any grilling. Today would be a good grilling. Maybe burgers. I don't know. Oh, Mike's got to catch the bus. George says, oh, missed that comment, Merle. We have multiple Independence Days here, a very historically occupied country. Basically just a day off and usually folks getting together for some food or drinks. Multiple Independence Days. Orlando says we've got snakes and alligators in South Florida, especially near the Everglades and alligator Alcatraz, right? Yeah, you couldn't go. I couldn't go down to the water's edge in South Florida because there's snakes and alligators. The only thing I've got to deal with here are the frogs and the mosquitoes. Although the mosquitoes haven't been bad. Knock on wood. Here we get a rain and mosquitoes are going to be eating me alive tomorrow. Max says, I'm in a much more rural part of the state and I rarely see them either, probably less than 5 my entire life. Wow. So Wisconsin just doesn't have snakes. We had them in Illinois. Philly Joe says, our dog used to carry and shake snakes around. Bernie's Mountain. Oh my God, I love Bernie's. Bernie's Mountain Dogs. We have one down the street. I just want to hug them. Big old giant teddy bears. He treated them as sticks. What a goof. Max says Christmas and Thanksgiving, toss the rest. Halloween sucks. I'm not a Halloween, I'm not a big Halloween guy. It's just I don't know. It's kind of cool to give out candy, but yeah, I could do away with Halloween. I like the Halloween season. I like the scary movies. I like that stuff. But I don't get dressed up. I don't get into it like some people do. I don't like Easter is like nothing to me. I'm offending everybody today with my holiday talk. Yeah, I forgot about Easter. We never, outside of my aunt would host a big Easter celebration when I was a little kid. And she lived on it was a farmette. That's what they called it. Remember when Aunt Tinker lived on the farmette? What the fuck's a farmette? I mean, she wants to live on a farm, but not actually do the farm work. That's what a farmette is. Anyway, rest in peace, Aunt Tinker. Tinker was not her real name. It was Marilyn. So we would have a big Easter egg hunt at Aunt Tinker's house. And then I would get Easter baskets, but we would never my mom would make an Easter ham every once in a while, but we didn't go to church. We didn't do any of that stuff. Easter's throw Easter out. What else? What else is there? From a celebrating, that's really it. It's Easter, Halloween, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Memorial Day, Labor Day, 4th of July. Those are I guess what you would celebrate, right? And then there's holidays that are more of a you get work off. President's Day, King Day, Juneteenth. What am I missing? So those are bank holidays. All right. Dat Dude says Memorial Day, Labor Day, and 4th of July involve cookouts. Thanksgiving can as well if you do the frying in the yard. There you go. And for that reason, I'm in. Thanksgiving, number one as an adult, in my opinion, nothing compared to Christmas as a kid, though. I agree with that. Christmas as a kid, completely different. Christmas as an adult, take it or leave it. Max says Thanksgiving is a shoe-in at 1. Christmas is 2 because I am given shit for no reason, right? Yeah, it's President's Day. Birthday is 2 days before as well. The national may be number 1 or number 2 if we consider that. If we go down that road, I'm going to save this and reuse. I'm going to be green with my plastic bottle, if that's such a thing. if I'm rating like the Nationals, probably from like another state, from like my standpoint on non-holidays that we like basically take holidays for, take days off to go to the National and other things. My number one is spring training. That's my number one. Cubs convention is my number two. And then the National would be my number three. And, you know, I'm really looking forward to the National this year because it's in Chicago. If it's not in Chicago, I'm not going. You know, in the next 3 years, it's going to be in Chicago. But then in the year, so 25, 26, 27, in 2028, it's not going to be in Chicago. It's going to be in either, I think the only two choices are Detroit and Atlanta. And I really don't want to go to either. Now, again, when I go to the National, I'm not going to go sightsee. Like, I don't give a shit where it's at. But neither Atlanta or Detroit, like Detroit's within driving distance, but maybe by 2028 things change and I'm like, okay, I'll go. But at this point in time, I don't have any plans on going to a National outside of Chicago. So I rank it number three. Even this year, I would rank it behind spring training and Cubs convention because those are bigger. Those are more fun for me. The National's fun, and I'm looking forward to the National. And I'm doing something this year for the first time that I've never done in the previous Nationals I've been to. I'm going to skip a day and go to a game, going to a Cubs game because I haven't been to a Cubs game yet this year. So I'm looking forward to skipping Friday. And Friday's kind of a Wednesday, Thursday for me are the big day. Like those are the days that I get my deals. Friday, like I think of Friday. Fridays are the days where I just kind of walk around and really, I think the last two Nationals that I've done, Friday's been kind of like the do nothing day anyway. 2 years ago was when the air conditioner broke. And it's like, I just wanted to go find it some air conditioning. So I took like the afternoon off. And then the prior National in Chicago, I think I took a long lunch. Me and my buddy Scott went across to the Murray Brothers restaurant and had a long lunch over there. So, and then went back and just kind of tooled around, left early. So Fridays are kind of like the day that I just I'm not focused on much. I'm focused on buying Wednesday and Thursday, and then Friday's just kind of a wild card. And then Saturday, you can start getting deals again. Saturdays when, some dealers are starting to really blow out some stuff. And that's Saturdays usually when I get the best deals. And then Sunday, I haven't had much luck on deals. Saturday's been a good deal day. Sunday, not so much, not as much. Fireworks and noises and heat blow ass. I love the heat. Noises, it depends on what noises. I'm not a fan of fireworks. Can we normalize getting the day after a drinking holiday off instead of that day? Right, like the day after the Super Bowl. Philly Joe says Christmas, then the 4th. Have to celebrate Halloween as it's my wife's favorite. LOL. She is truly a witch, a good witch. LOL. Idiot. Merle says your wife wants to know why you're leaving out Hanukkah and Yom Kippur. Yeah, those are holidays in my house. And but we don't. Hanukkah, you don't really do anything. Hanukkah, you light candles. Yom Kippur, Rosh Hashanah. We don't go to temple. We usually do a meal. Passover. We did do a Passover. We did a small Seder this year. But those aren't like, you don't celebrate those holidays. Those are like, I guess they are basically any holiday in Jewish tradition is Thanksgiving. So it's like, the eating aspect of Thanksgiving, being, my wife's Jewish and just doing the Jewish holidays, it's like every holiday is a Thanksgiving. So, hell, Sunday night dinner is Thanksgiving. George said, did I just hear you say that social media is the Coke bottle and the gods must be crazy? I did. I did. It is an amazing movie. Max says, oh, we do. I just think I spend a disproportionate amount of time outside to most. Herman says, sounds like I need to move to Wisconsin. There you go. No snakes, no gators. We get some skeeters, although I haven't had many mosquitoes. I have no mosquito bites yet. Sunflower, what's going on? Good morning. Enjoy the 4th. Thanks for being a great ambassador for the hobby and resellers too. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. Looking forward to more Diamond Kings. I found some more. And I think I found some more different years. Was it 82 I ran the other night? I think I found 83 and maybe another 82. I found in those little clamshell cases is what they call that. So yeah, I'll be running some more of those. Probably tomorrow. I think I'll go live tomorrow. And then definitely Sunday I'll be live. TD says the Indiana Fever dominated last night, so I'm going to dominate a steak in celebration. Very nice. Is Caitlin Clark back, or is she still hurt? I know she hasn't been playing. Max says, yeah, National is probably one for me. Gibson's twice in a week trumps whatever BS we get on Thanksgiving. I don't know. You know, this is going to be probably a hot take. A, I think Gibson's is overrated. B, I prefer Thanksgiving. I can grill a steak. Like myself, can grill a steak that rivals a steakhouse steak. But I can't cook a Thanksgiving meal on my own. I can go to the grocery store right now, pick up a big old slab of steak and a couple sides, and have a good meal that I would compare to a steakhouse. But I can't do that for Thanksgiving meals. So that's why Thanksgiving meals are going to trump it. Dad Dude says opening day should be a national holiday. Absolutely. There you go. That's another big one. But I would rank opening day behind the national. March Madness, the first weekend of March Madness. I'm going to put that up there. Here's how I would rank. Number 1, spring training. Number 2, Cubs convention. Number 3, the National when it's in Chicago. Number 4, first weekend of March Madness. Number 5, opening day. That's how I would rank them. Now, bump everything up one spot when the National is not in Chicago, because then I'm just not going, and it means nothing to me. Max says, really? Has that been announced? Holy shithole options. Let's go back to Cleveland. Yeah. Well, Cleveland, at least in the facility they were in, is like, I think they shut it down. I don't know if they're going to bulldoze it or what they're doing, but the IX Center is no longer an option because it's been closed. So if it does return to Cleveland in the future, it's going to be at a different location. But yeah, the voting options for the next national will be Detroit or Atlanta. Tom, East Coast Tom, good morning. Happy Independence Day. Cody's in the house. Good morning. Merle says, isn't a farmette a female farm? I guess it could be that as well. My uncle wouldn't have liked that description, though. Arbor Day demands some recognition. Arbor Day was fun in school because you got to take a tree home that would die a month later. Does anybody have a tree still that grew from an Arbor Day giveaway at the end of school day on Arbor Day? Remember, the teachers would hand out it's a tree in a plastic bag with water, and it's messy. You take it home, and your parents are like, God damn it, another tree. And like your snot-nosed kid wants to plant it, and your parents are like, God damn it, it's not going to survive. Why are we doing this again? Fucking Arbor Day. I wonder if anybody has, like, I'm sure people out there have, like, wouldn't it have been cool if you planted like a line of trees that you got it and they all survived, and you have a tree line of Arbor Day trees, like Here's from 1984, and here's 1985 and 86. Tracy says, if I ever have the funds, going to National sounds like fun. Would love to meet all of you that I listen to someday. Hell yes, start saving, baby. Philly Joe says, start saving $10 a day the day the National ends. By the next National, you would have 3,000 plus saved up. There you go. And that's plenty. That's plenty to get your plane ticket, hotel, and a little spending money. Max disagrees. Gibson's very properly rated. Haven't had a steak come close, to be honest. I could too if I had all the tools and quality of beef. A long ways away, but I'll be out for probably both of those. I want to actually come back from the National. What the fuck is Arbor Day? That's the tree holiday. California and Canada clearly don't care for Arbor Day. Tom says that's the day where all the ships sailing into the harbor. Harbor Day. George says just dump that bag out in the backyard, let nature take its course. Tom, you added a letter. No wonder there's an increase of packages being lost in Dane County. All right. So that's what I had for today. It's 8:51. I got to get my coffee made. I got to go to the storage unit. Wish me luck. Hopefully sell lots of cards today out of my storage unit. Oh my goodness. This is a bizarre. This is an eBay message I just got. Hi, I recently purchased several Oscar Gamble cards from various sellers, including you. The first 3 arrived, but I never got the rest, including the one that you sent, which I believe is the classic Yanks Gamble. I suspect that the post office screwed it up somehow. I've never had a package stolen. Can you check to see if the post office has an actual record photo of having delivered it? I don't use eBay very often, so I signed in as a guest to avoid the password rigmarole. He did not sign in as a guest because oh my God. See, this is I need to hire somebody in customer service because I don't have patience for these types of messages. All right. Where are we at? Oh, I don't want to play Name That Player. We're taking a holiday from Name That Player today. I forgot it's Friday, isn't it? We're going to skip it today. Happy 4th, Orlando. Have a great day. Max says, I no-showed last week because I ran to Walmart and this week gets skipped. Yeah, I've got some set. We could do 1978 tops. It's either 1978 tops or we're skipping it. I know what Max wants to do. All right. Happy 4th. Have a great day. Don't blow your hands off. Be safe. Have steak that's better than Gibson's. Hey, I'm not saying Gibson has bad steak. I'm just saying I can make one equally as good. Dan, we're just leaving. Dan, you're late. God dang, Dan, it's late over there. What are you doing still awake? All right, I got to go. Wish me luck on today's sale. And no eBay Live today or tonight, but I'll be back at we'll be back live tomorrow morning. And then I'll be live sometime Saturday, either in the afternoon or Saturday night. I'll probably skip Hobby Evolution Sunday morning because I'm going to go to the Rockford Card Show. And Sunday night singles on eBay Live, 7 p.m. Sunday night. Dan, I'm going to hopefully sell a bunch of cards out of my storage unit. So that's the sale. All right. Have a good day, and we'll see you tomorrow morning.